Hello, and welcome to the 48th edition of Beer Issues. My name is Matt Bruckert, and today we're going to be having another great beer from my favorite Christmas present so far, the Advent Calendar, the Beer Advent Calendar. Today is day 5, and we're having an extra special beer. It's called the Kress Bayrisch Zwickel beer, also known as a Keller beer. There's actually a little bit of a variation between a Zwickel beer and a Keller beer, and we'll talk about it. But Keller beer actually means cellar beer because of the temperatures that they store the beer at, okay, during the process of the aging, okay? Now, this beer clocks in at 5.4% alcohol by volume. It is rated 82 out of 100, which makes it a very good beer, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to reach in here. We're going to get this beer, and it is going to be, there we go. To make it tricky to get in here. So this is what the beer looks like. This is the Kress. So we're going to go ahead and crack that, and we're going to pour it. And as we do, I'm going to be talking about the beer, and we'll talk about the smell of the beer, and then we'll talk about the taste of the beer. Do you see this is a almost a orangish color that we're getting out of here. I'm not going to pour the whole thing here, but it's a very unique color. It's much darker than like a Hefeweizen, but let's go ahead and smell it. Ooh, this has got some fruitiness to it, like maybe an apple, and I think there's some caramel, maybe like a caramel apple that I smell in this beer. And maybe there's a possibility of a little touch of honey in there, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'm going to go ahead and taste this beer, and then we'll talk about it and see if the smell follows the flavor follows the smell. So. So yeah, right off the bat, I get like that fruitiness in the beginning from the apple or whatever it is. It's definitely some kind of like fruit. So it's got like a sweet front, but it finishes kind of almost with a little bit of a hop, which I kind of like. It's not like hoppy like a IPA or anything like that, but just a little bit of a hop, so it's like a crisp finish, if you will. Now, these beers are non-clarified and non-pasteurized, which actually it keeps the original brewer's yeast in the beer, which gives you more vitamins. So basically, it's a health food. Let's be honest. This is a health food that I'm drinking, and I don't mind being healthy when it's like this, because this is a really tasty beer. Oh yeah, that's good. So the difference between the Zwickel beer and the Keller beer, they're really about the same beer. The Zwickel beer is not aged quite as long as the Keller beer. So it's a little bit fresher as to where the Keller beer is a little not quite as fresh, okay? So, but they're basically the same style of beer. Now, if you enjoyed this, make sure that you tell your friends, make sure they tell their friends, and their friends tell their friends, until everybody in the world knows about beer issues. And, as my wife likes to say, I have beer issues.